Hi boys and girls, again it's Mrs. Delucchi here. I'm just going to do a little math lesson. If you could help me out, that would be really fun. So I'm going to use our counters that we use in school, the red side here and there's a yellow side. And we're going to fill up this 10 frame and see if we can count to 10, which I know all of you can do. And then we're going to see if we can take away and create a number sentence. You ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Does that look right? Okay, so now we know we have 10 because our whole 10 frame is filled up, right? 10. We're going to take away a number. We're going to take away 3. Now some of you might already go, oh, I know what 10 minus 3 is automatically. But can you create a number sentence? Now I'm going to show you 2 different ways because in first grade you're going to see it both ways as well. So 10 take away 3. I'm going to flip them over when I'm taking them away to show that I'm getting rid of those. 10 take away 3. Now we've been learning that this symbol means take away. Now how many does it equal? 10 take away 3. We know the top is 5, 6, 7. Across the sky and down from heaven, that's the way we make a 7. 10 take away 3 is 7. You could have also just taken these 3 off, but then I have to put them all back on, and then sometimes it just takes too much work. Another way to write 10 take away 3 is to write it like this. 10 take away 3, and we've been learning that that means equals 7. Okay? So there's 2 different ways that you're going to start to see over the next year. Instead of just counting them like that, we're going to start seeing what are called number equations. Okay? These are simple subtraction sentences. It's like reading a sentence, like in reading class. Okay, let's try another one. Now, instead of 10 counters, I'm only going to have 9 counters. And I am going to take away some. And you notice how I'm keeping them kind of in order here. So I had 9, right? Because there was one less than 10. I'm going to take away the yellow ones. So how many am I taking away? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to take away 5. And how many am I left with? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 9 take away 5 equals 4. Now I could also go like this. 4 plus 5. Just to make sure I'm doing this right, is 4 plus 5, does that equal 9? 4 plus 5. Well, I've got 4 here, and I've got 5 yellows. Does that equal 9? Yes, it does. So that's checking our work. And we also talked a little bit about how these numbers, 4, 5, and 9, are part of a fact family. So fact family is kind of a new vocabulary word here in kindergarten, and you will be learning about fact families from now on in math. Even when I taught 6th graders, they were still talking about fact families. So we know that 4 plus 5 is 9, right? And we know that 5 plus 4 is 9. We just switched them around, right? Okay. And we also know that 9 take away 5 is 4. And we also know that, let's try this one. What if we have 9 counters and we just take away 4? That's going to give us how many red ones? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the fact family is 4, 5, and 9. They're a family. They stick together. Isn't that fun? So we've got addition and subtraction, and that's how I can check my work. So that was just a fun one. Okay, we're going to make things a little bit harder here. Okay, I'm going to add another 10 frame because in this class, we are working within 20, adding and subtracting within 20, and that seems to be fairly easy for most kids in the group, especially when we're using counters, which is awesome. We haven't done a lot of number sentences where we line things up like you would imagine, like 20 take away 10 and lining that up, but a lot of kids can just catch on to that. The problem with adding numbers with your fingers is how many fingers do I have? 10. 5 and 5 is 10, right? So I can't do that. So that's why learning how to add with the counters or learning how to add with a number sentence will really help you. So I'm going to go ahead and create a number sentence. And I think I have one of the kiddos do this the other day. We're going to go ahead and fill up all of the 10 frames, both of them right now. And I want to see if you can tell me how many counters I have. It's a lot. How many do I have already right here? Someone just said it. Another person just said it super fast. Okay, so I have a couple different ways I can count these. Either fast or I can go 1, 2, 3. I could count each one of them out. Or I can say, well, I know this is 10 and I know this is 10. So I know 10 and 10 because we count by tens in class, right? 10 plus 10 equals 20, right? Or I can count by fives. 5, 10, 15, 20. Did you say 20? Right on. If you needed to, you can also count each one individually, and you're going to see that there are 20. So I know 10 plus 10 equals 20, or there are 2 sets of 10. So parents, we're also learning place value, which is kind of a trickier concept in kindergarten, but kids will need to understand place value as they go through school. And knowing that there are 0 ones and 2 groups of 10. Okay, let's do a subtraction problem within 20. So now we have 20, and we're going to take away a certain number. So I have 20, and I'm going to take away 6. What does that equal? Notice how I put the 6 right here because I'm taking away 6 ones. So let's take away 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What did you get? 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Did you get 14? Good job. Because I know that 14 plus 6 equals 20. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is going to fill up both 10 frames and give me 20. So parents, you can come up with different number sentences within 20 to add. Remember, counting on your fingers seems normal right now, but eventually we're going to run out of fingers and toes. We don't take our socks off at school, so kids can't count toes. So those are just some things to practice. Other things, like we've been talking about, are skip counting. I have, maybe, right here, an abacus. These are just fun tools that never get old, right? And I have, well, let's count them. Let's see how many I have without counting each one. Let's see how many groups I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And how many is in each group? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So if this says 10, they all have 10, right? Because they were the same. 10. Let's count by tens to 100. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Let's see if you can do that super fast. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. All right. Most of us are getting really fast at counting to 100 by 10. The one other thing that most kids are still working on is counting to 100 by fives. And even if this is something you're really good at, it's always good to still keep counting and practicing, and maybe try counting to 200 by fives if it's something that's easy for you. Let's count by fives to 100. How many reds do I have on the top? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many whites do I have on the top? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So each one of these represents 5. Okay? And I'm just going to move them back and forth just like we do in class. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. Another fun thing, you can practice this with cereal, you can practice this with sticks outside, lots of different ways to practice this. Okay, thank you so much again for this short math lesson, boys and girls. Just some fun things to keep counting all the time so that you can count to 100. Again, parents, kids are still needing help counting past 29, 39, and knowing what group of tens comes next. They'll say 28, 29, 70, and they get all the way to 78, 79, 40. So we're still working on the order of those tens. So counting by tens really helps with that. Thanks again, boys and girls. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.